Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Alex the Comic Reporter. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. I've got a really great haul for you guys, and I don't want you to skip to the end. I've got a lot of great books in this haul, but I will tell you a little preview. The last book is one of the greatest stealth buys that I've had all year long, and maybe one of the greatest stealth buys I've seen in any video in the community this year. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Also wanted to remind you guys that I've hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much everyone who supports the channel, who stays subscribed, who likes and comments. Really do appreciate you all. I will be giving away some books. I've got a giveaway partnering with 789 Comics, and I'll give a little preview of one of the books. They sent a whole mess of books. So I'm going to give you a preview right now. Maybe my next video will be instructions on how to enter that contest. It'll be very simple. Like, comment, make sure you're subscribed, and there will be an Instagram bonus entry or bonus 2 entries if you share the contest. So wanted to give you a quick example of one of the books that will be given away. This is the Scan variant for, I believe, Venom number 27. So really happy, really excited about that book. It's going to be an awesome giveaway, and it's going to be very, very simple to enter. So make sure that you've got notifications on and look forward to that video. All right, without further ado, let's get into this haul. The first thing I guess I will show is I went to a local card shop. We have a local card shop. It's like a hobby shop. They actually have back issue comics. It's the only place in town that has back issue comics where I live. And I went there with one of my sons to get actually Pokemon cards for him and his collection. And I asked one of the dealers there if he had any older comics, and he did. He had 2 older comics. And in this video, I'm going to share exactly how much I paid for everything. So this is Tales to Astonish, number 46. It's probably about a 2.5 condition. It's a really nice Ant-Man and Wasp cover. And he said something to the effect of, this might be the first appearance of Wasp, and I was like, no, I don't think so, you know. But anyways, I paid $15 for this book. So in this entire haul, I've put the price tag of what I paid on the back. So I'll be sharing what I paid for every single book. Like I said, this is probably about a 2.5. Some damage down here, and a little bit of a spine split right there. A little bit of a spine split on the bottom, but for $15, I was pretty happy with Tales to Astonish, number 46, against the Cyclops. And then I didn't write down the date on this one, but it's the Marvel Family, number 68. Great cover with Sylvana, I guess, and his trio there. And then you've got the Marvel Family there. Really awesome stuff. Got some nice sci-fi with the Marvel Family there fighting the ships, you know, Sylvana and all that goodness. Sylvana, I guess. I paid $30 for that one, and this is in pretty solid condition. I would say mid-grade, 4.5. Yeah, I would confidently say that this is a 4.0, 4.5, something like that. But happy to have that, and to get those in my hometown where there's really never any comics was pretty exciting. And so there's those 2. Okay, now on to the main part of the haul, and I will go through these books, kind of zip through them, show you guys what I got, tell you what I paid for each book. I went on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not on Facebook anymore, at least I deleted the app, so I get on my wife's Facebook on this computer, and I search for comics in the area, maybe like an hour radius around where I live, and I found pretty much exactly like 53 miles away from my house, a guy that was selling, I think he had X Factor run, and he wanted like $40 for the run. There were so many books in there, and I was like, okay, this might be worth talking to this guy. So I asked him what older books he had, and he said he's got about 3,000 comics. So I was really excited about 3,000 comic book collection, going there, checking it out. And we started talking about, well, what do you want for the entire collection? And he was like, well, nobody's really wanted to pay what I want for the entire collection. Everyone's going to value their collection pretty high. And he said, I want 15 grand for my collection, but I will take 12 grand. I was like, oh my gosh, will you sell individually? And he said, yes, I will sell individually. And so I was like, okay, well, I will be there on Friday. So on October 16th, I went over to his house and started digging. He had 10-cent books, 12-cent books, because he knew that's what I was looking for. So we set those aside. And I'll show some of those books last, because that's kind of what I was looking for. And then anything that didn't have a price tag on it was $2. So this one is Avengers number 227. Pretty nice grade condition on this. And it's the first time that Monica Rambeau joins the Avengers. So Photon, I believe, is what her code name is. It's the first African-American female superhero. So it's really cool, very significant. This one had a $4 price tag on it. So I paid $4 for that. And the other thing too was I was asking him how he priced his books. Because if you think about it, 3,000 comics, $12,000, it's like $4 a comic book, which isn't out of the realm of, reality. That is somewhat of a realistic price. Some books will be worth more than others, but he said he priced his books using Overstreet, but he priced them all 4 years ago. So I was like, okay, this could be good. Some books might be a lot more expensive, some books might not be. He had Spawn number 9. This is the first appearance of Angela. I have a feeling she might do something in the MCU at some point, but they already had Thor's sister, so I'm not holding my breath on it. But you would want the newsstand would be the copy to get of this book. And there was no price tag, so this was $2. And I'll just keep like stacking the books up here. And then of course, along with that, they had a nice direct edition of Spawn number 1. And of course, the newsstand is what you'd want for this one as well. No price sticker, so this was also $2. So I was really happy to get Spawn number 1. I don't think I have any Spawn number 1s right now. I might have one, but it's a book that I always pick up. I mean, if you can get it for $2, it's an easily, $15 book. It's probably like very fine plus in that condition. Then I went over to like the X-Men, X Factor. I was really looking for X Factor 6, First Appearance of Apocalypse. It's a book that's definitely went down in price, but it's a book that I've always liked ever since I was a little kid. So I always go for that book no matter what the cost is or if it's popular or not. But I did find X Factor number 27. I did kind of end up finding out that he had been selling individual books. Usually I tell people when I'm looking at collections, if you let people cherry pick your collection, they're going to take the best books and then leave you with the stuff that nobody's going to want to pay for. Probably don't let people cherry pick, but when I found out that people have already been there to cherry pick this collection, I was more comfortable with picking out the books that I really wanted and paying the prices that he wanted to charge me. So X Factor number 24, the first appearance of Archangel. And this one was, I actually paid $9 for this book, which was okay. It's a book that I like. I've always liked this book. I've always thought it was a significant key issue for this run and for X-Men. And this is from 1987. So yeah, I kind of did pay up for that book. Then of course, X-Men number 4. You guys know I've got like 13 copies of this book, and a lot of them are really nice newsstands. So I couldn't pass this one up. It's the first appearance of Omega Red, and there's a lot of hype around whether Omega Red is going to be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I also think that I'm going to get some of these graded at some point. There was no price sticker on it, so this was $2. So happy to have another copy of Omega Red. It's just one of those books that you're going to want to pick up. Really, the first like 25 issues of this Jim Lee, Chris Claremont stuff are fantastic. He had a lot of those, but I just wanted to pick up this particular issue. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Men number 184. This is the first appearance of Forge. And I've got a nice copy of this, but when seeing this one there, I decided to pick this one up as well. This one was actually $7, so I don't know, I also don't know like how he was grading books, because this one's definitely like a 7.0. There's some damage on the spine there. It still presents really nicely, but you can see there's some color loss and color breaks and whatnot. And then also some of these older books, I say older, but what is this, like 84? You can see like misaligned, and it's just kind of how they were. I feel like a lot of this stuff was on flimsy, cheap paper. So the first appearance of Forge, really cool book. He had a run of Silver Surfer, and so I picked out Silver Surfer number 34. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet, Ron Lim cover, and this is from 1990, Ron Lim and John Romita Jr. maybe. But yeah, this is probably not garnishing as much as it was a couple years ago, but this is still a cool book. I remember when everyone was looking for this book and it was super hot. But yeah, oh, what did I pay for this one? It was $2, no price sticker on the back, which 4 years ago that would have probably been a pretty hot book, so I'm not sure why he didn't price that one a little higher. This one's pretty relevant if we're ever going to get the Wonder Woman movie. The last I heard, and this is probably well-dated news, was Wonder Woman 84 was going to come out Christmas Day. Now I don't know if they've changed that or what. Pretty nice copy of the first appearance of Maxwell Lord. I've always loved this. Well, actually, no, I actually didn't really like this iteration of the Justice League. I always thought, why didn't they have, like when Superman was fighting Doomsday, why didn't they have more powerful Justice League members? I mean, they had Blue Beetle, and Guy Gardner, of course, can do some damage. But like, where was all the heavy hitters of the DC universe? I felt like Superman was kind of on his own. You know, Booster Gold got thrown up into the sky, and Superman caught him. But anyways, that's beyond the point. This is Justice League number 1 from 1987, first appearance of Maxwell Lord. I paid $7 for this one. And I'm not saying the prices to brag, but I usually get, you know, negative feedback when I say the prices or when I talk about values. But I wanted to share the prices on these, and I'm kind of changing my thoughts on what I talk about on the channel and what I don't talk about. But either way, I've been enjoying talking about pricing, values, and all that stuff. Then he had a Spider-Man box. He had a Spider-Man pile and then a Spider-Man box. So Web of Spider-Man, number 18. This is like there's an ad in the back for the black suit. So there's this black suit, and then there's the one in the back. I don't know any other significance of this book, whether it's like a Venom thing, but I believe it's a symbiote thing. This was $2. I've never owned this book, so I was happy to have that. At this point, I was okay with these books because I did find those 2 older books first, which I will show later. But this is typically one of those hauls where I'd been like, if I was in a shop, I'd probably have just started putting everything back. I wasn't too, yeah, I paid $2 for that one. Wasn't too terribly excited, and nothing big enough for me to be like, wow, this is really, sometimes it takes one book to be like, okay, I'm getting this lot, I'm going for everything. And you'll find it was the last book that I pulled out of this collection, and I was like, yep, making a deal for this right now. I need to get out of here. Let's go. This is another book that I found in there, very relevant right now, Amazing Spider-Man, number 344, first appearance of Cletus Cassidy. This was $2, so really nice. First appearance of Cletus Cassidy, pretty decent condition, probably at least minimum 9.0. Then I've never owned this book either, and I'm surprised I've never owned this one. This was $2, Web of Spider-Man number 1. I've always liked this cover, never pulled the trigger on it because it was always like 10, 15 bucks. And when I could find it for $2, I was like, heck yes, I will take that. Pretty nice condition, little blunting there on the corner up here. A few spine ticks, I would call this about a 7.0. Around that 7.0 range. Could be 6.5, who knows. I was happy to find this one, but this was not the big book. This was not the one that I was really excited about. First appearance of Mockingbird. This is Marvel Team Up, 95, and just a really cool book. I've always liked this one. I've always gone after it when I've seen it, but even with this book, it was not, well, let's see how much, $3 for this one. This was not the book that I would consider, buying this whole lot for. I was still kind of on the fence, making my pile. Found a really nice Eric Larson cover, Amazing Spider-Man 332. Kind of always get this one confused with 316. It's a very similar pose. I think Venom's got Spider-Man, by the collar type deal in that one, but always get these ones confused. Amazing Spider-Man 332. and this was $2. I don't think I have ever owned 316 before. Either way, Eric Larson's good stuff. I always think of Long Box Love Affair when I see this era of Spider-Man. I think I've gotten rid of my Spider-Man #1s, so happy to have another. This one's in the poly bag still. Really nice copy of Spider-Man #1. Don't know if there's anything special about this one. Oh, what did I pay for this? $2. Then of course you got this silver and black edition one. This was also $2. So happy to have that. Nice Todd McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man 328. And this was from 1989. I've always liked this gray Hulk being punched in the gut by, said now who's the strongest one there is, by Spider-Man punched in the gut. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like all the Todd McFarlane artwork on these. Cameo or advertisement of Carnage in Amazing Spider-Man 360. Nice newsstand copy of that from 1992. Actually, this is pretty like mid-grade, 7.0-ish. Once again, still, these are cool books, just not something that I was really super excited about. Amazing Spider-Man 375, the first appearance of Eddie Brock's wife or girlfriend or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this is a Bagley cover. Pretty nice. And then, you guys, these marks right here, I've seen people with like terrible either like heat or rubbing or, you know, defects like that. I don't think those are like rare printer errors or desirable errors or mistakes. It's just like, you know, part of the cover didn't take, part of the chromium gloss whatever didn't take. So if you see somebody trying to sell like a really crappy version of this with big old, you know, be skeptical about that. I've always argued that that's not like desirable. It's just a crappy copy of that. Okay, this was actually the one I went back for. I wasn't gonna get this, and then I saw, oh, what did I pay for that last one? It had a $5 price tag on it. What did I pay for this one? $3 price sticker. I don't know if I said what I paid for this one. $2. All right. So this one was in the Spider-Man box, and until I found the last book, I kind of kept this one in there, and I was like, okay, I'm getting the last book that I just found, and I'm getting this one. This one listed at $5. Pretty nice copy of Venom #1. Probably a $10 book, or what did I say, $5. Yeah, so double the price I paid. All right, let's go to the very first books that I found. I found Avengers 48. First appearance of Black Knight in the Black Knight costume. I think I've got it wrong every single time I've said it. Pretty low grade copy of it. Probably 2.0 to 2.5, 3.0 at the most. There's a little bit of a staining right there and some color loss up here. Oh, and I think I paid up for this one quite a bit actually. This one was listed at $48, but once I found that last book, I was like, yep, I'm going for it all. I don't care. And I paid $160 for all of the books. So cool book, kind of popular right now. I just like old Avengers stuff. I found this one as well. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to go there, was because he had Ginger #5. Too bad it wasn't Ginger #4, where it's like the really good companion to Archie 50. My buddy's got a copy of that right now on eBay. So really good, really nice, solid mid-grade copy of this book. And I just love all these old Archie books from probably the early 50s. I would say early 50s, maybe 51, 52, something like that. Maybe even 1950. But I paid $42 for that one, which is a price I was okay with paying. You don't find Archies in too good of condition. And when you do, I'd say anywhere from $20 to $40 is a decent price to pay for these, especially low number, early 50s. All right, and last book in the haul. This was the one that sealed the deal. Stealth buy of my year for sure. I've sold this book and unfortunately I didn't have one, and then it exploded. I was searching through his long boxes and I said, do you have any Miles Morales? He said, no, I don't have anything that new. And so I was looking through and I said, well, he really doesn't. He had a lot of 90s stuff. He had a lot of bronze and copper age books. And then I did find an all-new Spider-Man. I was like, wait a second, he's got at least one Miles Morales book. It was kind of a no number, no key, whatever. And then I found Ultimate Fallout 1 and Ultimate Fallout 4. And as soon as I saw this, the price stickers were on his polybags in the front. And I was like, heck yes. Ultimate Fallout number 4. He didn't even really know who Miles Morales was. And when I heard that the other guys had already picked this collection, I was like, what were they finding? I mean, if they picked this collection and they didn't pick up these books or this one, what were they buying? So Ultimate Fallout number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. How much did you pay for that book? $4. I paid $4 for this book. And I'm super excited to have this book because I was like, man, am I going to have to shell out $1,000 to get this book? You know, a couple hundred, you know, maybe 500 or so. I don't know what 9.6s are going for. But I was like, am I going to have to shell out, you know, a crap ton of money to get this book again? I was like, dang, I'm so, you know, so sad that I've sold the book. And I was selling the book back when they were like $30 and probably throwing in some extras. So, yeah. It's not a perfect condition. It's got spine ticks on it. This was the thing that was like, I will take all of them. We added them all up and got to $160 for all of the books. I think this is worth twice that price, just this one book. So I'd consider everything else. Really nice gravy. Very, very excited for this haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a CGC haul coming back. I've got a big Golden Age book coming in the mail. Should be here maybe today or tomorrow. I've got the giveaway. So I'm going to probably do the giveaway next. Just get the ball rolling. Get people entered in that, sharing that and whatnot. I think good things coming to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will talk to you all on the next one. See ya. Bye.